Hello, it's me again, Chantel from Creations with Heart, and my little whiner down here, Duchess Desiree. So you may hear her speak because she wants to go out and take a walk. I'm just doing a quick work in process video on my current project. I have a associate or friend who lost his sister last week, and he had asked me to make him a photo album, and I've been struggling trying to figure out what kind to make a man. And Paul Ford on his channel did a memory box, and I thought that that would be perfect to create this memory box with a few changes to it for him to be able to put pictures in mementos of him and his sister. In Paul Ford's video, his box has an opening for you to see in. I decided that I am going to make this a shaker. So that's my first layer, and then I'm going to put items in here that I have ordered. There's a few items below here that I'll show you that I'm going to try to randomly put here, and I'm going to kind of make it a bit of a shaker pocket with like leaves coming in. When you open the box, the real photo or picture that draws your eye is a folder for the inside. The first folder is just something for mementos, and it's just a thin pocket, and I'm using magnet closures. He uses a wrap, and so that's what the first one is that he has, and I think that was in video 2. Then I'm going to deviate slightly, and my next one, I'm creating one very similar to the one I just showed you, but this one has a tuck spot, and this one has a 1/4 inch gusset because Stamperia had some notebooks a while back, and I think they're called Voyages. So I took one of those notebooks, and I haven't finished covering the inside, so that's what the inside looked like. And I put some black Tyvek tape around the edges, and I'm just covering it. And I'm using Tonic Studios specialty card. This one's called Emerald Hessian Luxury Embossed Card. And I just like the feel, and I think it goes with the jungle type theme here. And so I wanted this one to have a wider opening so that the book had plenty of room to slide in, and I put a magnet closure on it also. And this was one 12 by 12 page exactly, going all the way across. And right here, I just love this little detail. The dragonfly started here, and then I pulled the paper down so that he would continue here, and then pulled it down again, and then the tail of the wing is here. And then I'm going to put some sort of probably glossy accents on that to make it pop just a little bit. And then any areas that were left out of the 12 by 12, I just used that green paper around. The next one is also my design, and this is the one I'm currently working on, and it again has a 1/4 inch gusset, but it is a little bit smaller than this one, not a whole lot, just about 1 inch. And it has the gorgeous toucan bird on it, and I wanted to see him completely. I put a tuck spot there again, and so I did it the same way I did with the dragonfly, cutting it so that he went all the way across, so you see him completely. But then this one, when you open it up, it opens up like that, and there's a pocket going to be here, and in here, let's go ahead and do that. This is a waterfall, and I made this from, there's a lady, Michelle, I cannot remember her last name, from Country Crash Creations, and she has a tutorial called a stacked waterfall, which I'm going to do. I've written up the instructions and everything, so I'm going to get that typed out. And this is the fastest, easiest waterfall I've seen in my life. And I did one, my version, you're able to pull the waterfall out. And that way you can do what you want here, and then you take and slide it back in with a small belly band. And you just slide it back in there. Hopefully you won't have a bunch of paper clips, and that'll hold it. And then the waterfall, this I'm going to cut up, and so this will be the image going all the way down. But when you take that off, it looks like the classic waterfall, but it's made completely different. In fact, there are only 4 pieces of paper in this entire waterfall, where normally you would be putting down 8 pieces. There's not 8 here, there's 4, and they are scored and folded in such a way that is very similar to the stacked hinge, where the scoring is here, and then the scoring is a little bit bigger here, and then these two are glued in the middle, and then the difference here, the scoring, this difference is bigger, you increase it by 1 inch, and then these go in the middle, and then increase the next one, the scoring, by 1 inch, and then these go in the middle. And then when you lay them down and score each one, it looks as if you've laid each one down one by one, and they line up perfectly each and every time. It's perfect symmetry, seamless, and it's so easy. I mean, it just line up so beautifully there. And because you just lay it on the edge of your scoreboard, and you only glue in that one section, and you only put down 3 pieces of paper on the 4. So you don't have as many opportunities for it to shift and slide all over the place. So I am doing a tutorial, and I'll link to her original tutorial, because I'm going to show how to do the take out version here. And so this one, this will go back in here for the front, and this one just kind of closes like a booklet, and then the map is on the back. And then these are the embellishments that I'm going to be using on the lid, that I'm going to place. I mean, I'm going to have to cut them down some, and I'm going to put them coming around the edges. And then when this folder, which is on the top, is in there, you'll see the different things inside there. And the items on the edge, I'm actually going to tape them down so they don't shake around, but then I've put a few other small elements in there that can move and shake, so you can have the shaker noise. And so that will just, you know, kind of make it look like he's peering out of the jungle in the bushes. So this is my current project, what I'm working on. I hope to get it finished soon. I'm using the Stamperia Amazonian paper. You will find this paper in Crystal's Etsy shop, ASC Craft Supplies. She has the 8x8, the 12x12, the clear ephemera, the cardboard ephemera. There are some molds, some stencils. Those are on order. I just love this little alligator. He's going to go on the back of the box back here. And I'm trying to think. I think there's one more thing. Molds, stencils, cardboard ephemera, acetate ephemera, 8x8, 12x12. Oh yes, there is one other thing in that collection that she has. And I'll be cutting pieces from it. This as well, called Collectibles. And what's great about these collectibles, yes, there we go. These, when you cut these out, the image is the front and back is the reverse. They're printed in the same exact location. So when I go to cut things out to put in this particular shaker pocket, the reverse side, you're going to see a leaf on both sides. So that is going to be really cool. So I will be using several of these. And it's through the entire book is that way, front and back. So it's great if you want to do something that has a see-through door or front. This is Chantel and Desiree from Creations with Heart. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I will talk with you later.